What's up, everybody? Thank you for joining us. My name is Froilan Morales, and I got my partner here.
Oh, we're going with last names too?
Yeah, why
Shit.
not?
All right, well, I'm Chris. Last name Castañeda for you guys who don't know me.
So, this is the Que Padre podcast. And what we are going to be talking about here is Latino fatherhood, fatherhood in general, relationships, mental health, and everything in between. Uh, Stay tuned every month. For now, at least once per month, we're going to have a conversation about different topics. So I look forward to discussing these things with everybody. Um, you can follow us on Instagram, Que Padre Fatherhood Network. Or sorry, it's Que Padre Fatherhood Network. And we get a lot of posts there. We get conversations going, and we go from there. Um, but today it's our first podcast, so apologize in advance if it's not up to
Perfect.
production value 100%. I'm going to be doing a double look here to our Instagram people and to whoever's on YouTube live and sees us. Send us a message, ask us a question, and we'll try to answer it and get to it. But without that, with that, we'll get into the topic for today. So, let me just share with you guys a video that I saw. It kind of sparked a little bit of I don't know. It made me think about, right.
Well,
Uh,
let's share it and let's see what the four people think
yeah,
about it.
right. All right, let's share it real quick here.
We're at the corner of where we live, and my son likes to be in trouble. So, mom is holding a sign that says, "I'm tired of talking, and I will not have my son sag his pants and take things that are not his." So, he's standing on the corner wearing this sign with the back part that says, "I will not stand. I'm standing here because I do not want to go to jail one day." This is what happens when you're defiant to your mother. Okay, so we're at the...
All right. So for those that were able to see it, essentially what it is it's a mother out on the corner of a street. She has her son there with a big old sign and the neon cardboard. It says, I will not be defiant. I will not sag my pants. I don't want to end up in jail. Essentially humiliating the kid in public, so that he doesn't, I don't know, misbehave or think about his actions. I don't know.
Yeah, learn his
Uh,
lessons.
so he's learned his lesson. So, so here's the question, Chris. Do you think she's right? Should we be doing that? Should we be humiliating our kids in public? Asking
Uh,
you guys. Should we
I
be
think
humiliating kids in
to a
public?
point, not necessarily in public, but then again, him sagging his pants in public with his mother is doing the same thing. You know?
What do you mean?
Yeah. Well, say they go to the market together, freaking Costco or whatever, and he's with his mom, and the whole time he's sagging his pants.
Mm-hmm.
So essentially, he's doing the same thing to her, right? He's embarrassing her by letting other people that, oh no, maybe his mom doesn't have control over their kids or whatever.
Yeah, that's yeah. I didn't even think about it. I didn't think about
I
like
mean,
you're embarrassing.
I don't think I would do it in the same sense as I don't know, maybe to an extreme. Maybe if he probably got arrested one too many times, or it's his last chance at school because he's been suspended or whatever it is. Oof. Um, that's you. I think that would be one of the reasons why I might do that, but not so much. Not so much like that. That's kind of.
Well, I mean,
Then again, we don't know exactly what he did
yeah.
and what extreme and all that. So
So
but
from the looks of
I
it,
don't disagree with it. I don't disagree with it.
yeah, from the looks of it, and I'm gonna mute this. It says My mom feeds, clothes, the takes good care of me, but I'm not respectful or grateful for all that she does for me. That's what this sign that she put on. And she's talking about how he sags his pants. And, she said, I'm tired of talking. I will not have my son sag his pants and take things, not this.
So he's stealing.
He's stealing. Man, in some cultures, they beat people publicly.
Well, I mean, yeah. So instead of this situation, I mean, what's the best thing for teenagers to? What was one of the worst thing that your parents could do if you think about it back then? That you're like, fuck, I'm not gonna do that again, or you think about it twice. They embarrassed you in front of people or in front of your friends, or in school, stuff like that. So yeah, I'm not against it. I'm not against it. I mean, uh, I'm a very fortunate father that I don't have to go through those to that measure. But if something was to pop up, I mean, I don't see why not. I don't
All
see why
right.
not. There's ways of that's I guess that's the hard way of learning a lesson, right?
Yeah.
Because she said she's tired of talking to him. She's tired of telling him this. She's tired of him stealing. She's tired of so many things, and he doesn't listen.
Yeah.
Why
So
not?
that's the last thing you can do.
I'm assuming so. I mean, instead of going to visit him in jail.
Yeah. I mean, that's another way to look at it. I mean, I think if because and I'm we've had conversations about this, right? Like, if you think about, I read a post, actually. Veronica sent me one, and it said, "I am my kid's bully." And I guess you don't really think about things that we threaten our kids. We tell them we're gonna take their things away, and then 2 seconds later,
It,
better. Hold
it,
on, let me finish. I know. It's just something I read. Hold on, and and we threaten them. We tell them we're gonna take things away. We're gonna blah blah blah. And then 10 minutes later, when they're all calm and collected, oh amigo, cómo estás? I love you, I love you, love you, love you, right? Como si no pasara nada, right? And so that got me thinking, like, damn, like, am I bullying my kid? Not necessarily with bad intention, right? Like, am I bullying my kid? But like, are those like bully tendencies? Like, damn, I didn't even think about it. I'll pay attention to it. No, I'm not out bullying my kid. But then, wouldn't this be a form of bullying? Putting it out in public, put it on social media, just the way that kids are getting bullied now, getting embarrassed in front of all their friends and everything. I mean, I
I
don't
don't
know.
think so. I don't think so. I don't think so because he's doing the same thing to his mom, and he doesn't care about what people are talking. About his mom. Oh, this lady doesn't have control, or you could tell that there's only a mother in the household, and there's no control over the kid, and blah blah blah. Or pobrecita señora no puede. She can't. Handle her son or something like that.
Yeah. All right. So we got somebody here on Instagram, JBlaze305. You hit us with, yeah, sometimes it needs to be done, but uh, like, will it be effective long term?
But damn, it's these are things that are a little difficult to just have an answer for because if we think about the long term repercussions about everything, then we ain't gonna do shit.
Simon, hey, am I still on your live? Pinche
No,
technology, güey,
no, you got out.
But yeah, so that's the thing, right? So that's one of those things. Like, well, is it gonna be helpful in the long term? Is it gonna fix the problem? Right? We don't know if it's gonna fix the problem. Are you gonna just make it worse? Because now, oh, you're gonna embarrass me? Okay,
But
all right.
that's the whole point, Fro. Again, just imagine if any repercussion that happens to anybody, are they gonna? If we're gonna have wishful things about how it might work or how it might not work, then we're never gonna get shit done.
Wait,
You know,
oh yeah, yeah, yeah.
some things work for some people, some things don't work for others. Some people get really bothered when you compare them.
Yeah.
You know, and it works for some people and it doesn't work for others. You know, some people get motivated by comparing them. Come on, you knew this in the business that we were in. We were always getting compared, right?
Mm-hmm.
Oh, he can outsell you in this. What about you? What about you?
Yeah.
Not knowing that this person doesn't get motivated by comparison. You
Yeah.
know, they get motivated by something else, right? But as a parent, there's no book. There's no book as a parent. There's no guidelines. There's no things. There's no that. We go us, and I can only speak for our culture. We obviously learn by what was taught to us,
The
and
way that we got
either we
taught
modify it, right?
or
We
whatever.
modify it
Mm-hmm.
because then we marry into either different cultures or we marry into different types of thinking where your partner might not think the same way that you do, right? So then you got to modify things. But say she is a single mother and she did try the whole punishing, she did try taking the phones away, the electronics, the going out, the this and that, but there's a certain time where you only have so much control over your kids that once they get to a certain age, they end up sneaking out at night. How did you sneak out if you ever sneaked out? Or how did you get home late when you did go home late when you know you were supposed to get home at a certain time?
Yeah. Well, I was a goody two shoes, and throughout high school, and
Shut the
I
hell
never.
up.
No, I'm dead serious. I didn't even drink. I think the
I
the,
think I
the,
think
the
in
worst I ever got
Drink
was
and Freud are
yeah, but that wasn't until I got to college. So it's different. No, like our partner here, Jay Blaze, just put on here. So it starts at home. Showing your kid in public is not all of a sudden going to fix it in private, and that's true. What tells you that ridiculing them is the way to fix it,
again.
right?
She told you
And
she tried everything,
see, Simon, but here's the thing, and again, and this is the topic, right? I'm
right?
not
But
I'm not picking a side.
we're going off of a video and off of what she's saying and off of
Simon,
what she did.
Simon. So here's the thing though. So even if like what this you don't know, that's what she said. She tried everything. What was everything? Yelled, talked. We don't know, right? So like,
We
responding
have to
to
assume
yeah, but
that she
responding to what
tried
Jay Blaze was
everything.
saying is, like it all starts at home. One other thing is like because I was told by my dad that I forgot how he told me in Spanish, pero me dijo, you always keep our dirt laundry at home. Lo que es problemas de la casa se quedan en la casa, no anden sacando, no anden platicando, no anden contando. Los problemas que tenemos nosotros aquí en la casa se quedan aquí en la casa, and
Right,
we fix them at home as a
but
family, right?
remember what the science says and what everything says on that, right? We're basing it off the video, off what she said and all that, or whatever she tried, whether it was enough or not, right? Uh, if she is a single mother, right, and
Assuming.
she did try it, right? Just an assumption, and she tried everything that she knows. Again, this is a teenage boy. It's completely different. Um, Raising a boy than it is raising a girl, right? Um, he whatever got in trouble in school or
Mhm.
has been stealing. What's the next step? If he doesn't get embarrassed this way, or if he doesn't learn his lesson this way, what's the next step after? Once you start stealing,
I mean, well, yeah, I mean, he
jail
can it
time,
can
right?
escalate to bigger things, of course.
Right. So you're telling me that little embarrassment is not worth trying before we get to those levels?
I wouldn't say little
What's
embarrassment.
what's 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 more embarrassing? Having your son out there with the sign, or seeing your son come out on the evening news and getting arrested?
Yeah, I mean, yeah, of course. I mean, embarrassing is maybe watching someone of your offspring, you know, coming out in the news or whatever.
Not only
But
embarrassing but sad. You
yeah,
know,
but here's the thing, Chris. Here's the thing. Like, and this all goes back to what Jay Blaze was saying. It all starts at home, right? What's the disconnect? Why is your kid stealing?
but we don't know that. We don't know that part of the
Again,
story.
but here's the thing. And that's what we're
Mhm.
trying to figure out. Like, that's what we're trying to
We
talk
don't
to
know
each
that
other
part of the
about.
story.
Like,
But
what's the disconnect? Like, hey, mijo, let's
if
sit
you see
down.
a cholo
Huh,
out there, you're gonna
yeah, yeah,
automatically
but here,
assume that there's no father involved.
I don't want to make an assumptions. It's just a video, but we
But we
well,
have to.
we sit down at home, we find out. You gotta try your best to get to the root cause, not just be mad and not just now. You know what? Oh, you're gonna steal now. I'm gonna embarrass you. That I mean, that can only do more damage, in my opinion.
Bro, but you're again, listen to what she said. I tried everything. Assume that she tried absolutely everything that there is in her book, right? Beating, taking away whatever is special to a kid, all that. You did everything.
Yeah.
Before I want to see my kid out arrested or even dead because, people shoot now instead of anything, I would rather
Yep.
embarrass him like that.
I mean, yeah. If you're gonna compare, you know,
What
this
is
and
there not
that,
to
yes.
compare, bro? That's the whole point.
Yeah.
That's the whole point.
Yeah. And see that, and that's uh, our boy here. So yeah, so he just did at home. So these moments to teach, adjust, discipline. Discipline should be the last option, but Hispanics don't work that way. Nobody talks. Yeah, I mean, most of us grew up in a household where it was chingadazos, and then after the chingadazos, you come back and
But
you come to a conversation of
a,
mira, ¿sabes
chinga,
por qué te pegué?
a
¿Sabes por qué
chingadazo
esto?
is also a way of bullying. It's also a way of discipline. It's a way of embarrassing you as well. Because those chingadazos can also cover in fucking coming out of the store.
Yep,
Because the kid threw a fucking tantrum and, sometimes those little kids fucking push you to the last fucking button that you have and, it's difficult. It's difficult
it
being a
is.
parent.
It's not. It's not
It's
easy.
it's not impossible, but it's difficult being a parent and doing what it's technically right. You know, what's technically right for you, it's stupid for me, or it's wrong for me. What's technically right for me, it's the same. For you. So if we're gonna try to make everybody happy, it's impossible.
Yeah. Well, what do you mean? I'm not trying to make anybody happy.
Society. Society. If you think that spanking your kid it's perfect, are you gonna do it in public?
If you think it's perfect, then if you think something's perfect, you would do it anywhere.
You're not gonna do it, bro. You're not gonna
If you
do it,
think something is perfect,
especially nowadays, bro. We always
as I'm
think
saying,
about what to do. Shit, who's watching? Because fucking
if
phone comes out right away,
if I think
and
something is perfect, I would do
then
it.
who gets in trouble?
But see, if I think something is perfect, I would do it
No, but that's
because
just
I think it's perfect. If I think it's acceptable but not by everybody, then I'd be more careful.
well, you know what I mean.
No, those are
Take
two different
take
words.
take the perfect word out of there. If you think it's the right action to take, in
If
your
I think
book,
it's the right action to take, but it might not be acceptable by everybody, then yes, I'd
of
be more careful.
course,
Yeah,
you know.
that's it doesn't go. It goes without saying.
I don't think in that type of the video of the show. I don't think there's any harm because I see other things that can be a lot more embarrassment or embarrassing than that itself.
Yeah. So I guess this is where I can kind of flip the coin now. And now I've been been devil's advocate this whole time, trying to get you to get a little upset because I want to see you upset. But so um that's where we are, right? We are at that inflection point. We're that generation that is supposed to change or do things differently than the way that our parents did it, right? Um so the reason I was asking is if it's right, is it necessarily something that we'll do? I don't know if that's where I'll go, because one thing that's different from the way that I grew up is, the conversations and the relationship that I'm trying to build with my kids early on is different than the type of relationship that I had with my dad, right? To
Of
the point
course.
where, of course, they're gonna know that I trust them, and I'm gonna give them the liberties so that they know that I'm trusting them, right? But at the same time, they're gonna know that they need to do things the right way. I'm not gonna, I, I don't want to say leash, but at least, the eyes, they're gonna know because we're gonna keep close tabs on them on what needs to be done
Yeah.
and teach them early on, you know, not necessarily what's right or wrong, but you know, let's talk. Let's talk about this. Why should you
So
not be doing this? You know what I mean?
how do we change? Um, and remember, this is something that we talk about all the time.
Yeah.
How do we change trust over fear?
Well, I think fear comes with discipline before talking. Like, why did you do something, right? Before you beat somebody up or before you take away start taking a toilet. Hey, let's settle down. What's going on? Why did you do XYZ? Right?
So I'm gonna be the teenager in this situation, as you know, and I did whatever it is you told me not to do, and you're gonna talk to me as if I was your kid.
You want to role play now? Well, what'd you do?
Yeah, why not? Let's role play. Fuck it.
Position, learn behavior, really bad past trauma. Yep. Hey, and Jay Blaze, before I get into this role play with Este es Madroso Arriba, um, you know, a lot of that is discipline from a position of learned behavior or really bad past trauma, and I think that's where this page comes in, you know, because what we're thinking is, I feel like our generation went through it. We went through that, and we have our kids. Work, work is different. Maybe dad and mom work at home, maybe just dad, but it's just I feel like the generation is different to where we can do things a little bit differently than the way that our older fathers did. Generally speaking, I mean, it's not going to fit for everybody, but I just think that our generation is the inflection point to do things differently. I don't want to beat my kids, I don't want to get beat like I got beat. My dad never told me that he loved me, blah blah blah, stuff like that we carry. We don't talk about it. We hold those things in, but we think about them and we feel them, right? And so I think we're that generation of, we can do things differently. We can still take some things from our parents and from our dad, because of course there's really big lessons that we learned, made us the men that we are today. But we can do things a little bit differently, still teach the same points, but let our kids know that we love them, right? Without having to grow up thinking that they didn't feel love, and then my dad más trabajó, he never did nothing, blah blah blah. And so I think that's the part we're trying to change, right? Or if not change, at least influence to make a little bit of an improvement in our generation. Um, but not really. I think this will affect my kid long term. Okay, I'm done. Great combo, guys. All right, cool. Yeah, no. Hey, well, thanks for joining us, Jay Blaze. But all right, Chris. So what is this? What did you do?
Mm,
No, why am I talking to you, Chris? The hell?
I'm being the kid.
Why did what I'm talking to you about? What? Get the pare, güey.
Mm.
I mean, you wanna role play about a
Right,
situation?
you're saying that a lot of the times it's the discipline before the talk, right?
Yeah.
Right. So talk to me.
So that's what I'm saying. And to give you the example,
I don't know. Make something up.
make something. Wait,
You're not new to this.
I mean, it sounds like you have something in your mind.
I don't. I'm just going along.
I know you're just going along.
I'm gonna tell you how a teenager is now
All right, tell me
versus
how a teenager is.
again. You know 3 and under,
I know 3 and under. Yeah.
so it's different.
I mean, I'll give it to you. I'll give it to you. I worked with as high as middle schoolers, but
Right, for but how long ago? What generation is that?
uh,
Those kids are
dude,
adults now.
yeah, those kids are adults now.
So the
They're
train of
still
thought, the
they're
way of
still
thinking,
kids.
the train of thought and the way of thinking was completely different from what it is now.
Okay.
Right.
So what's the situation?
Anytime you want to talk to a kid where it's an uncomfortable situation, from my experiences with my nephews, my kids, other kids that I've seen, friends' kids, it's always well, talk to
Mm.
me. Mm.
I think that's almost any teenager though.
I don't remember fucking doing that, bro. And if I did, I fucking knew better not to do it
Why? Why
because
did
I
you
knew
know
better
better
not to
not to
do it.
do that?
Because I knew that my parents would one my parents didn't teach me to speak that way to anybody.
Okay.
To absolutely whether it was at school, whether it was with friends. When have you ever heard me talk to you or answer you a question with
Okay. So then, so we don't teach her. So they didn't teach you to teach like that. So why can't
right?
we start and teach our kids not to talk like
Right.
that?
So don't you think I tried? Don't you think I tell my kids? And you can next time you see Adrian, you could tell him, hey, what is the one thing that your dad hates that you do that you try to do all the time? And he's gonna do it to
Like,
you.
I'm like, tell me. Yeah,
And you could tell I hate it with a passion, bro. Because one, it's not an answer.
it's
It's
not,
not an answer, and two, it's not it's not an acceptable answer.
Simon.
Because there's a reason for everything.
Yeah,
We know that a lot of those things we know that now because we've been through stuff, and that obviously with there's a cause, there's a reason, and a reaction, and all kinds of bullshit, right?
yeah,
So those are the things that I try to teach, especially now, Adrian, that he's going to be a teenager soon. Is one, to trust me, right? To trust me, to confide in me, that they can speak to me about whatever it is they want. I tell them, I understand. There's going to be days that you're not going to want to talk to me. I get it. I was a teenager once. I know how it is. There's many days, many times that I didn't want to talk to my dad or my mom.
yeah,
But us knowing that already and been through that already and knowing how it feels now to be adults, right? And I'm going through a different situation than maybe most haven't gone through. Now that I've lost both of my parents, and now that I want to talk to them, I don't have that opportunity,
yeah,
right? So why not teach the best part of that to the kids now that they do have that opportunity to talk to the parents about whatever or whomever they want to, instead of when you want to now you can't,
yeah,
you know and yes, it starts at home, but again, my relationship,
yeah,
you can call it as you can categorize it as a broken home if you want, but it's up to me, it's up to my partner, to my ex-partner, to also teach them that just because you don't live with dad or mom doesn't mean that there's not going to be an education, respectfulness, or manners that have to go on.
yeah. And so that's the important thing, right?
Right.
Is early on, you teach those things. You ensure those things are instilled in them,
Right.
and you just don't let things slide. You know, there's like Emmy gets really shy whenever we go somewhere else, and I tell her, "You look, if you don't want to give hugs and kisses, don't give hugs and kisses. But you're gonna say hello,
Right.
okay? You don't want hugs, okay? Say hi, okay? You gotta be respectful, right?
Mm-hmm.
And and that's just, that's just, those are the things that we have to teach, right? So this is what I feel. If we teach our kids, at least be respectful, right? Be respectful, talk to people when they answer you, like those things that we're instilled. When they get older and we want to have these conversations, we might not get the
Or then not only
of
that, good,
course
but
you're still gonna get it, but
even that works for them as a tool for them growing up, right?
of
There,
course.
there's a lot of kids now, and I know it has to do with the time, with the pandemic, with how a lot of us as parents, our age, whether it's 5 years less or older, or 5 years more, we are not as trustworthy with our kids or with other people around, right?
Yeah.
So, at this age, as a teenager, I'm pretty sure you were okay with walking to school.
Yeah, I loved it.
You were okay with walking down the street, going to the liquor store or whatever it
Simon.
was, right? And your mom was okay with it. Maybe she wouldn't let you on, if it was too late in the day or at night, or too whatever it was. But the kids nowadays, do one they don't even go out.
Yeah.
Right? I guess we could blame it on technology and all that shit, but the kids don't even go out. A lot of kids don't. Some well, I won't say a lot, but some kids don't even play a sport, right? Um, the point is that it's scary, bro. If we think that these kids are gonna be adults one day, and they're the ones that are gonna be running our country and running everything, when they don't even know how to walk down the street, cross the street, you
Yeah.
know.
But, in 20 years, maybe they can run the country from home.
Oh
The way things are going now, man, like it's just
man.
crazy. It might be a computer running the country. Who don't knows? But no, obviously, yes, yes, I understand what you're saying. But I think, again, going back to the point of, to get to the point to where we don't have to ridicule our kids and being able to have that conversation at home, it starts early on, right? It starts early on. You have to instill these morals and ethics and proper behaviors young,
Your parents never embarrassed you?
not in public.
Never?
Never,
Never had a
never.
game, in a soccer game, your dad called you something that you didn't like
No,
in front of your teammates?
no, no. But it what he didn't embarrass me. He
Or that
disciplined me.
or that you felt embarrassed about it, at the time.
Yes, yes, but he was the coach, and he didn't, the same thing he did to me, he did to the other players too. So it wasn't like I was singled out,
But did you
right?
think you might have felt different just because he was your dad?
Um, yeah, I think part of me felt like, why are you yelling at me? I'm your son. Like looking for an excuse to why I shouldn't get yelled at, or whatever. But that's just me being naive, and again, that kind of comes with sports and competitiveness and
Well, it
blah blah
comes
blah.
it comes with life, right? You don't think that your dad's gonna be just as hard as you as he is with everybody else because he's your
Exactly.
dad. That's just life itself. But
Mm-hmm.
so okay, with same thing. I never thought it was gonna happen to me, and so as a kid, what was one of the things that you did right away when you went to Target, when you went to Kmart, or if you Walmart, if you had it?
When you were a kid, try to go see the toys.
Right, right. So eventually you would leave, right? Your mom's side or whatever it was.
Simon, I'll
I
be over
don't.
here.
One way or another, desaparecías, and you. I'm in the toys. What's gonna happen? You
Yeah.
know. Well, one of those times, I guess me and my brother left. Not thinking about it, and all of a sudden I hear Christian de Oliver. Please come to the front. Christian de Oliver, please come to the front.
Shoot.
Your dad is waiting for you. Fuck. And I was still little. I was maybe 10, 11, maybe a little younger, 9. And then obviously my brother was always next to me. But at that age, and no, maybe I was more mature than other kids, but when you're a preteen, you're always looking at other kids, right? And especially if it's a girl, you're like, oh, well, what are they gonna think about me, or how are they dressed or whatever. Not, but you hear your name over the intercom. I was embarrassed. I was embarrassed, bro. And you have to
Man,
walk all because usually the toys are in the back.
you have to walk all the way around.
You have to walk. You have to walk all the way to the front to the guest services, and my dad was there, and I already knew it, bro. Yeah, I already knew it. If it
Yep,
wasn't
arm cross and everything.
if it wasn't a good fucking nalgadas, it was gonna be
Cintarazo.
a good talking, especially because the Kmart at the time wasn't nowhere near where we lived. It was a good 20
Simon.
minute drive. So it was a long drive home.
Man,
You know, one of
for
those ya
us,
les dije miles de veces que no se me de ese, que no se me y qué tal si me hubiera ido y o si me pasa algo, ¿a dónde van a ir ustedes? And but this is where discipline comes in because we never did it again.
yeah.
Never did it again. You know.
Una vez yo de chiquito, we went to the swap meet in Santa Fe, and we were doing. It was around Christmas time. It was like December time. We were
Yeah.
doing Christmas shopping, right? And una vez, I was walking, looking at the toys, but I was pushing the carriola with Julio. El
Oh,
vato
so
dormido, güey.
you were little, yeah.
El vato dormido. So if he was in the carrier, he must have been like, I don't know,
Maybe two.
one-ish, one
Yeah.
or two maybe. And I'm 4 years older, so I must have been like
5.
5, 6,
Yeah.
something like that. So iba en putiza con él. And my mom's stopping by, but I kept walking a los juguetes, güey. Oh, chingón. Shh. I would leave him in the car and play with the toys and shit, right? Come back. And then caminando con él, güey. Just keep walking with him and
Mm-hmm.
just time play with the toys. And sure enough, bro, we got to the point where we got lost. Like it was just me and him. He didn't wake up, he was asleep. But I was like,
Oh shit.
like, damn. And bro, you've been to the swap meet,
Oh
any swap
yeah,
meet.
there's a shitload of
Wait,
people.
no mames. There's no,
And
like,
especially
pueden
back
entrar los
then,
niños
yeah.
a la frente. No, no, no.
Especially back then, there was a gang of
Simón.
people. Yeah.
Sí, güey. And again, it was December. It was like era un sábado domingo.
Yeah.
So, I'm with him. I don't know how I
And,
remember
and
this,
and
but I
then the
do.
fact that you guys stand out like a motherfucker.
Simón. And so and so he's asleep. We're walking around, and so I turned around and started walking backwards. Luckily, no sé cómo, but I started walking backwards and started redondeando los esos.
Yeah.
Pero fíjate, güey, la mente del niño, I would still stop and play with the toys. El pinche vato dormido, güey, dormido.
But that's what I'm saying. Some sort of discipline that happened or that your parents talked to you about before. Mijo, si te pierdes, nada más regresate por donde te veniste, right?
Mhm.
And a lot of it also has to do that us as the older ones,
Yep.
we tend to have that fuck. I have to take care of my little brother, and I can.
Instinct.
Yeah, it's that instinct that nothing can happen to him or her, and porque si no te va mal, güey, te va mal, and you don't
Mhm.
know what mal is, but all you know is that mal is bad.
Yep.
It's not a little bit or a lot or whatever it is, but it's bad. So something clicks in you, that you hear your dad all the time, or you hear your
Simón.
mom all the time. I don't know what the situation was with you, but with me, it was usually my dad, right? And it was the same talk over and over. I remember every time we would go anywhere, even regular fucking grocery store, even to a tia's house.
Simón.
Even with me, bro, because with me, I've always been very. I used to like listening to grown-ups cuando platicaban, güey. I don't know.
Yeah.
Hanging around with little kids wasn't. It wasn't cool for me. It was boring, you know.
Yeah, you wanted to hang out with the grown-ups.
I thought their conversations were more interesting than the little kids, you know. And the first thing my dad would always tell me is say like we are going somewhere with his friends. My mom would always make him take me, you know, always. Okay, voy a ir a ver la pelea, or you know, vamos a ir
A lo
a
que sea.
tal casa de un amigo. Llévate a Cristian. Si quiere, and I don't remember if those were her words, but I just remember Christian, man, vámonos. Like, ahí voy yo. No need for me to go, but ahí voy.
Yep.
And first thing we park, you know, and he would do the whole. I was in the back, right? He would do the whole thing. Mira, vamos a ir a este lado. Van a ver puros adultos, puros hombres. No necesitamos y no queremos tu opinión, ¿ok?
Yep. Damn, that's like it's like my dad's talking to me, bro.
And I would just be like, okay. Te vas a sentar, te voy a dar comida y tu soda y te vas a poner a ver la pelea. Entonces me decía, después de la pelea te voy a preguntar lo que pasó en la pelea y ahí ya depende de ti. That was one of his words, ya depende de ti. So I would try to listen to the conversation and then watch the fight, listen to the conversation, and there's some points where I'd be like, y ya nada más me volteaba mi dad, like, ¿qué te dije? ¿Qué te dije? Ya volteaba. Same thing cuando íbamos con mis tías o a la casa de una tía. Y teníamos una tía, güey, que tenía puras decorations, pero this is the porcelain ones. So
Yeah.
those were either the
Todas las tías
deers or
tienen, güey.
the fucking little monitos or something like that and
All
shit.
the little angels, ¿no? Tienen los
Sí,
angels
güey,
así
sí.
volando, güey, así
Pero,
paraditos.
pero this aunt has still to this date, bro, more than normal, okay? And siempre me decía mamá, no quiero ni oír ni quiero verlos corriendo en la sala. Ya saben que su tía tiene esto y ya saben cómo es su tía. No quiero que los vayan a andar regañando su tía. Si
Yeah.
tu tía lo regaña, ustedes me la van a pagar después. And I see my brother fuck up always, and the one that would get in trouble
And
would
then
be
you would
me.
run after him to stop him, pero ya andaban
Yeah, and
corriendo
then
los
I
dos.
get in trouble, but I get in trouble.
Chris, te dije.
No, it was negro.
Oh, he used to
Negro.
call you negro?
Yeah,
Yeah, new
yeah.
nickname unlocked.
That's old, bro. También negro. ¿Qué te dije? Pero es que yo no fui, fue él.
Mm.
¿Y qué es tu trabajo? ¿Qué es lo que debes de ser tú? ¿Qué te dije que tienes que hacer tú? Cuidar a mi hermano. Bueno, entonces como él la cagó, la van a llevar los dos. Fuck, man. But that's I don't I mean I guess at the time it was annoying, it was jacked up, but now I see it as, I don't know. Maybe that's why I have that instinct over everybody and whoever I'm with. I'm always very protective of people that are around me,
Yeah.
regardless. When I used to manage you guys, I always had you guys under my wing, no matter what the situation was. I try
Yeah.
for any of you guys not to get in trouble, even if you guys fucking called for it. So, but I don't see. I don't see that as a negative thing that might. And I guess at the time it would be negative, because it wasn't cool, or it wasn't what I wanted, obviously. But now, as an adult, I do realize what that lesson was, and it's worked in having that extra instinct that you call it, and
Yeah.
and make good use out of it, because it's funny. Everything that my dad ever told me in life, not that fucking I ever wanted it to come true, but as far as trying to learn lessons, they've all come around somewhere or another.
Yeah.
You know,
And they do, bro. It's just crazy. It
and it's
just
funny because the first thing I hear in my head, and especially now more than that they're not here, is get the
get to the
get the
man. I got into a conversation with Vero the other day
yeah.
where, like, let's just say Emmy falls, right? I'm like, Emmy, don't do that. Te vas a caer. Te vas a caer. And she falls. Boom. Ándale, ¿qué te dije? Right? ¿Qué te dije? And she's
But they
like,
blamed you.
no, 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 not even that. She's like, you shouldn't tell her that. Why are you telling her that? She needs you to comfort her. I'm like, yeah, I'll comfort her after I point out what happened. She's like, you're laughing at her. I'm laughing because it's funny, but but I'm pointing it out. I have to point out. Didn't I just tell you not to do that?
Right.
Yes. And now what happened? I feel, and and I told Vero, like, this is why I do it. She's like, but she's looking for comfort. I'm like, I'll give her the comfort after I give her the lesson. And it happened literally, like, there's a chair in her room. She likes to go behind it. She just likes to go behind it. I'm like, mija, no, no, don't go back there. You're gonna bump your head against the wall and it's gonna hurt. Yeah, she always gets in, right? Y un día que se mete and like she going too fast and she bumped her forehead and her back against, like así, it's the chair's too close. It's one of those
Yeah.
bouncy chairs. Oh, damn it. What'd I tell you? Hey, not to go the back. And where did you get her? In
But
my
no,
head.
and you're completely right. In those situations, I don't think this is the thing. If we all learn in our lives that anything bad happens to you, whether it's just a bump or anything, and you expect a comfort, you're gonna expect that all your life.
Exactly. Because you're
You
like,
know.
no matter what happens, no matter what happens, if, well, hold on. I can't go down that path because yes, I do want my kids to know that. Look, if something bad happens, my dad's gonna be there to pick me up. I want
But
that.
that's if you're
But
there. That's if you're
but
there.
but I want them to know that if I'm telling them something bad is gonna happen, if you keep doing, then they go, damn. If my dad's telling me something bad is gonna happen, I
That
probably
means you
shouldn't do
care.
this. Right?
Right, right.
It's gonna take
It,
time to get there.
but right, and that's part, and it's okay for him. It's a part of growing up. It's a part of them knowing. Right now, they don't know. They don't fear anything, right? Because they don't know the repercussions to it. But again, the way you're doing it is it's completely natural as a parent to tell your kids, "Hey, don't do it because it's going to happen, and we know what's going to happen because it's already happened to us."
See, yep.
Right? But if you're there comforting, ay, mija, ven, pobrecita
Ay, te
tía,
lastimaste. Ay. Yeah.
she's gonna know that every time she falls, daddy's gonna comfort. What if something happens to daddy and daddy's not there? Right? Or what if she's
Mhm.
alone? What if she's at school?
Yep.
Right? Is she gonna become one of those kids that cries all the time because daddy's not there to comfort?
Yeah.
Is she gonna become that girl that like, oh well, daddy's got it, daddy did it, daddy. We just can't, bro. We don't live in that type of world where we can handle everything. We can try. We can definitely try as much as we can. But we gotta teach our kids that there's gonna be bumps in the road where they're gonna have to take care of their shit on their own.
Yeah, they
You
do.
know, they're gonna have to take care of shit of their own, and sometimes it's the hard way, bro. It's completely the hard way. This is it's funny, dude. I just saw this clip last night, and this is from an old show. Remember Boy Meets World?
Yeah.
Okay, I'm pretty sure a lot of people saw it on, but it came out last night. I don't
I
know if it was
remember
Tik.
Topanga.
Yeah, of course everybody remembers Topanga. I always wondered why that name. Right, I used to associate it with the city of Topanga. Yeah,
Topanga. There's a city
yeah,
called Topanga?
yeah. It's over there by like Glendale, by up arriba.
Okay.
Glendale, Burbank, up in those hills. And um, remember when I don't know how much you saw it or if you're a fan of it. I used
I
to watch it all the
was.
time, and I remember that like they got married pretty early.
Okay.
The boy and Topanga, they got married pretty young. And in this episode, I saw it yesterday, if I remember correctly, they were trying to move in with his parents,
Okay.
right? Because he fought so he fought so much that he wanted to grow up and be married and do the adult thing and this and that. That when they tried to go back to the house, the dad said no. The dad said no, no, you cannot live here. I cannot help you. I'm not going to help you. So they had an argument, this and that, and then the son comes back and it's like, why won't you help me? Why won't you let me move back in? He said, because you are married. You chose to be married. You chose to be an adult. You chose Topanga as your partner. You and Topanga have to figure it out on your own, right? And the whole time the mom was in conflict because the mom wanted to help.
Of course.
You know, the mom was like, "No, I gotta help out my Corey. Corey's the only way.
Mm.
It's my help out
Oh
my
no, it's the
Corey."
generic.
And the husband was like, "It's not your Corey. It's
Topanga score.
Corey and Topanga.
Yep.
It's not Corey and his family. It's Corey and Topanga. They
Mm-hmm.
gotta figure it out." And Corey's argument was like, "You're my father. You are supposed to help me."
Supposed to.
So that's where I'm going. Where if we teach our kids that we're always gonna comfort, you're supposed to make me feel good.
Yeah.
You're supposed to comfort me. You're supposed to help me.
Yeah. It's yeah. And then but
And
yes, you want to
I
comfort the
see it,
kids.
bro. I see it, and it's okay to feel this and that. But at the same time, the unfortunate part, bro, we don't live in a world that is comforting. We don't live in a
Not
world that
always
is
though.
gonna help you get up, bro. And I got another fucking story. About 2 months ago, I was with the kids and we were going to Walgreens or one of those fucking Savons, one of those fucking stores.
Simon.
And we were looking for something, and I have this thing that one of my ankles is really weak. So if I don't step correctly, sometimes my ankle gives out, and I twist it, and
Y vale madre.
most of the time I don't fall, but this time I fucking yelled timber and I fucking fell. And I felt hard, bro. Like se me dolió la rodilla and then my fucking wrist and all that shit.
Yeah.
So when I fell, there was a bunch of people walking out. You know, mames, when nobody tried helping me out. And you know what pissed me off even more? That Adrian and Iris are fucking laughing at me. You know, their first reaction is that they started laughing. And then when they saw that I wasn't getting up,
Like, oh shit.
yeah, they got worried. Dad, are you
You
okay?
okay?
Get the fuck out of here, man! You're supposed to help me out. What the hell? And but more than that, I was upset. I was upset at myself because like I know better. I know what fucking see where I'm stepping and all that, and I allowed to fall.
You didn't laugh? I would have laughed my ass off.
Well, nah, I was pissed. I was pissed at myself. I just fucking took the dirt off myself and I just walked in limping and shit. But
Kick it in.
I was pissed. I was pissed, and I was pissed that they were laughing too. But they got scared real quick, and
Hey, I would have laughed too.
they got scared real quick, and then that was it. But the fact that it don't if I don't know if I've never laughed at my parents like that if they fell, but I've never seen them fall. But if I would have done that to my parents, I know my dad would have said something.
I laughed at
Not
my dad sometimes.
not and more because he has shown us not to be disrespectful like that. You know, that's why.
Yeah.
That's why. That more than anything because he's like, I've taught you better. I've taught you
Mm,
better than laughing at people. And sometimes I expect a little bit more out of my kids because I have not necessarily taught them, but I have shared experiences where I'm thinking that it's gonna stick, and obviously nothing's gonna stick unless I repeat myself many times.
yeah. See, I'm iffy about that because like my dad and my mom always told us like, if you see somebody hurt, help them.
Yeah, yeah, pues por
Just
eso,
help
güey.
them out.
Por eso.
But they never told me. They told me like, no te rías or whatever. Like sometimes
No,
shit's funny, bro.
a mí se
Bro,
me decían,
my
especially,
dad. Mira,
if they
mira.
were if they were older people,
Yeah.
siempre me decían, no te rías.
No
Y
te rías.
yo
Pues
quisiera
sí,
reírme.
after la carcajeada, güey.
No, 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 siempre me decían, no te rías, no te rías, no te rías.
Yeah. Well, it
Y,
depends. It
y
depends.
siempre
Like
me
if
decía,
it's
uno no se ríe a la gente grande cuando se cae, tú no sabes qué pasó,
yeah.
bla, bla, bla. Pues, a veces la risa sí me gana, güey, no
Sí,
es nada,
pues sí, güey. Well, that's
but,
what I'm saying.
but in those situations, bro, it's like when you fall in front of your friends, bro, and they all laugh at you. You're not gonna laugh. You're gonna
Yes,
fucking get
I
mad.
fucking laugh. What are you talking
You're not
about?
gonna
You
get
act like
mad
you
because
don't know
everybody's.
me.
You're not gonna laugh. You're not gonna get mad because everybody's laughing at you.
No.
No,
Hey, here's the
I
thing.
especially
Hey, el que se enoja
especially
pierde, güey. El que se
especially in
enoja
school,
pierde.
bro. In school, bro,
Oh
in front of all your
no,
friends,
bro.
I would
I
always get
know,
pissed.
bro.
I
See,
would always get pissed. I would
mm-mm.
always get
See,
pissed
when I was in
because your
elementary,
so-called friends are fucking laughing at you,
no.
bro. Imagine
When I
those
was in
people.
elementary, when I was in elementary, I got bullied a bunch. So yes, I would get mad when people laughed or whatever.
Pues por eso te digo,
But
güey, in that
when I got to
situation.
like middle school, bro, I used to laugh at my own shit.
No,
And
en middle
at
school yo no me caía.
and then no, yo me quedé todo el tiempo. Because the thing is, I would do shit all the time. And then so something would happen. Yo era loco, güey. Caminaba solo, I would trip and I started laughing by myself. There's nobody around me. But I would laugh at my own
Yeah,
stuff. And so once I started laughing at my own mistakes, at my own little thing, then I didn't even trip. If I
yeah,
fell and I laughed, I would laugh with them like, oh damn, I fell. Oh shit, whatever.
yeah.
Okay, then move on. Yeah.
Yeah, no. And I didn't fall too many times, but in
Yeah.
elementary, something like that would happen. Yeah, of course, dude, I get pissed if people would laugh at me because you get embarrassed. You get put into that moment where like people are laughing with you or against you. It's like what the fuck,
Yeah.
I'm not
I
nobody's
don't know.
freaking clown,
I never I
Especially
never
when you fell and you really got hurt. You fucking big old scrape down your arm or big old scrape down your leg, and you're like, nothing happens. Then you look at each other like, ah.
Oh
And
man,
everybody's
I'm
fucking just
dying.
laughing at you. Come on.
It is very funny to me.
I
Look,
didn't like
I
it.
would
I didn't like
laugh,
it.
but that would help you get up.
And then other people, some people, some kids, when you laugh at them, they start crying even more. You're like, oh shit, fuck.
Oh, bro, when Emmy falls or something, I go, oh, Emmy, it's okay. We get up, baby. Are you okay?
Yeah, that's the thing.
It's
Mira,
hard, but
nada más imagínate, güey. Nada más imagínate, güey. And she does that, okay?
sí,
Ya
pero ella
cuando
se
esté
ríe
más,
conmigo.
espérate, güey, ya cuando esté más grande y te caes tú, güey. And obviously when you're an adult, it's different, bro. You're not supposed to be falling. And instead of her, you thinking that she's gonna, oh, come here, daddy, let me help you. Give her that comfort that you expect. She fucking laughs at you and she
She
points at you.
is. She's gonna laugh and point, and I'll be on the
And
ground rolling like, oh, cabrón,
you're
no,
gonna
man."
get pissed.
But it's already happened, bro.
You're gonna
It's
get
already
pissed.
happened. Like we're
Yeah, but
running
she's
around,
little.
jumping with my
She's
putazo
little
que
and
me.
she doesn't know any difference,
I know, but she did exactly what I thought. She laughed her ass off. She goes, "Daddy!" She laughed. I'm on the ground like, ah.
Yeah,
And
but
then
she
she
probably
goes,
thought it was a
"Daddy,"
joke.
and she goes, "Daddy, it's okay, Daddy,
Are
it's
you okay,
okay."
Daddy? Yeah.
And she goes, "Okay, Daddy, it's okay."
Well, we got
So,
it. I don't
no.
know. I think there's a fine line where you can laugh at people and not laugh. Not everybody takes it the right way,
I think you laugh at people, you laugh at the situation, but then you help out. Don't be a dick.
The situation, correct.
Yeah, you laugh. "No, te
When
caíste y valió madres. Oh,
those random
shit."
falls and shit, like,
Yeah.
cabrón.
Yeah, yeah. And then
Those are funny.
after you have, like, a giggle or two, like, "Oh, shit. Hey, are you right? You good?"
No, güey, es que a mí sí me dolió, güey. Me apreté mi pinche leg and I was limping for like 2 weeks, bro. That shit fucking hurt, bro. That shit hurt. And I was just, I don't know. I got heated for that little moment and I just got over
No,
it.
pues
I
sí,
just
güey. But you
left.
were more mad at yourself than anything.
I was, yeah, I was mad at myself. I was just,
You were
living
mad
my
at your
ass off.
kids for laughing. You were like,
Right?
"Cabrones." Eh, anybody would
Yep.
laugh. Probably some
One
people
of
passing by laugh.
one of my cousins is on right now.
Vanessa,
Vanessa.
hey, how are
Yeah,
you? Welcome to the
she's
podcast. You're gonna be podcast famous now.
joining us from close to Bakersfield.
Bakersfield.
Way the fuck out there.
So yeah, man. So I don't know. I guess the way I look at it is like I don't laugh at my kids. I laugh with them. Is the way I look at it, right?
Okay. Let's see.
Like
Hopefully, one of these they don't call you out, Daddy. You shouldn't be laughing at people.
you know, and if she does, then I'll be like, you know what? You're right. We'll cross that bridge. We'll cross that bridge. My son, bro. Oh, ese cabrón. My son falls. He goes, "Ah," and then you pick him up, and he starts smiling like nothing. I'm like, cabrón. I gotta be careful with that one, man.
Tan chiquitos todavía.
Let's see.
Hombre, güey.
Man.
Sometimes
Hey,
Iris would
hey, and he's already trying
Iris
to
would
stand up and walk.
Iris would fall, and it's funny, dude. But then I'm like, ah, shit. You know,
Yeah.
kind of
No,
open
dude. This dude
it.
gets up and tries to walk. He's, man, this dude gets up. It's like yeah, like he's what? He's gonna be 10 months. He's gonna be 10 months. He from sitting down se para. He gets like he gets his butt up and he stands up and he's like on his hands and on his feet. Ya nomás he just holds on to something and he stands up. I'm like, what the fuck? Like I need to lower his bed because he can stand in his bed. El otro día se paró y se cayó. I was like, oh,
He's 10 months already.
he's gonna be
Oh, he's gonna be 10 months.
April.
It's gonna be a year in April.
It's a year in
419.
April, so he'll be 10 months in
So he's 9 months.
February.
Yeah.
Simon, yeah, he'll be 10 months in February. Damn, bro, pasa rápido, güey. But Vero thinks that he'll probably start walking by the end of February. A como va, güey, a mandar corriendo el cabrón.
Hopefully.
Yeah. What do you shit? Espérate, güey. I'm not ready yet. Well, you know what? Maybe I'll be in better shape by then.
Te voy a decir mi cuñada aquí, like, right here with the 5 kids. Te va a decir, ja, 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 cosita, con dos.
Con dos, güey.
Te va a decir cosita.
Yeah, bro. It's rough. It's rough. But yeah, anything more than they you're a brave person for taking that. Shit, man. 2 and we're like, fuck it. We're done. So yeah.
I think 2 is the perfect number.
Yeah.
And you have that separation kind of like I do, 3-4 years,
Mm-hmm.
So
Yeah.
because
It was nice, man.
Emmy will be 4 this year, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, so it's gonna be like 3 years.
Same thing with Adrian. Same thing with
Like
Adrian
two and a half,
Iris.
2.5 years.
Yeah, same thing with Adrian and Iris. It's the same thing. It's all like almost 4 years, but not quite.
No, actually, yeah, it's almost exactly because he's mid-April and she's mid-July.
Ahí está. And Iris is beginning February, and Adrian is mid-June.
Ah, ahí está.
So
Yes, that. Yeah.
almost 4 years. It's crazy. Dude, her birthday is what, next week?
That's fast, bro.
My one of my nieces here, her birthday's on Thursday, and then Iris's is on the 7th, and then mine is on the 9th.
Yeah.
Very,
Quick,
very
man.
fast.
Time flies. Flies when you're having a good time.
Yeah, even when you're not too.
Yep. Yeah.
It doesn't. It doesn't wait. It
Time
doesn't
waits
wait
for
for.
nobody.
It doesn't wait for nobody. It
Time waits for nobody. That
waits
is
for
for
nobody.
sure. Cool,
So
man.
yeah. So what? I mean, I didn't. I didn't really. We didn't. I know we went off a little bit off the topic, but I didn't really get your yes or no on the, if you want to call it, humiliation of your kids.
I think it is humiliation.
No,
Personally,
no,
I
no. Of course, it
wouldn't
is
want to do it.
humiliation.
Yeah, it is.
No, I know,
Yeah.
but I think humiliation is part of parenting.
Not humiliation, bro. Again, I think if you instill a lot of those values and
So
you know
put
those
yourself in
things
her
about
shoes.
talking and
Right.
listening and being a good person as much as you can early on, then when they get older, it'll be easier to have those conversations. I'm not
So
saying you
put
will and it'll be perfect, but I think you're at least trying to set yourself up for it, right? You keep those lines of communication open.
so put yourself in her shoes. You know.
It's hard because it's just a random video and she just says she did everything, but we don't know what she did.
Right. So can we scold her by what we know?
No, I'm not talking shit. I'm just saying I wouldn't do
Or
that.
should we? I don't know about doing it to that extent, but then again, bro, what she's saying, stealing and all that, and this is just metaphorically speaking, this does help it. I think it's a small price for a huge reward.
Yeah, I guess. But what guaranteed does it mean that it will help?
But nothing is guaranteed in life.
Nothing.
Tomorrow's not
But
guaranteed.
yeah, I guess. I don't know. It's hard to
You
say.
know?
I wouldn't do something
I
that could
think I would live
humiliate
better
my
as
kid
a
more for
parent.
me.
I would think I would live better as a parent. Watching my son or daughter get humiliated in the middle of the street for 1 hour
Yeah.
than watching my kid behind bars.
Me too. But at the same time, after that, do you think that kid's gonna talk to his mom?
I don't know, bro. I don't know.
Hell nah. You think I
I
want to talk
don't
to you
know.
after what
Would
you just
you?
did to me?
Would you?
After what you just did to me, do you think I want to talk to you? I'm not gonna tell you shit.
Bro, what about everything that you've done to your mom?
Bro, I just told you I was the goody two shoes.
No,
I
I'm
didn't
not
do
saying you
shit.
specifically. If you were that kid,
If I was that kid, why would I want to talk to my bully in plain terms?
because
Why would I want to talk to you and
he
have a
did it.
relationship with you after
He
what you
did
did
it.
to me?
He did it to himself.
But the kids don't understand that, bro.
So why not make him understand? How are you gonna make him understand? By
So
let him
humiliating them.
steal one more time and him taken to jail, and then he understands.
So why don't you take them to one of those scared straight programs instead?
Isn't that being a bully too?
How? Let me
Why
show
not?
you where you can end up in.
They're gonna embarrass him there too.
It's different.
That's embarrassing too.
It's different because you're not
They
posting
show,
that shit on. You're
they
not
show that
posting that
shit
shit
on
on social media. But
TV.
you know,
Yeah,
like, Oh,
they
I mean,
do
if,
show
if
it
they
on
choose to do
TV.
that shit, that's different. But let me show you where you can end up. Right here. Put the shit in there. Paint a picture, bro. We're salespeople.
Bro, it's
Paint the
entertainment.
picture.
It's
Sell it to them,
entertainment now.
huh?
It's entertainment now.
No, yeah, but I don't know, dude. I think you become
I'm
you
telling you,
just have to paint
I
the
think
picture and
it's
let them
one of those
know.
things where it's very, very difficult. I think to whether it was right or wrong. Right?
Yeah.
Everybody's gonna have a different opinion. I think the point of the lesson is correct, right? Because there has to be a
The
lesson, and there has to be
intention is correct. Yeah.
right. The intention of the lesson is correct, but I think more than anything, it's all going to be up to that kid
Yeah. At
whether
the end
he
of the day,
accepts that lesson or not, right?
if
Because
they
it could
accept it,
just be like, well, I'm wearing my hoodie, nobody could see me, so
yeah, they won't recognize me. I'll be fine.
like to me, well, one thing that I could almost fucking put it as the same. It wasn't that I was doing bad because I wasn't. I was a fucking super nerd in school and all that shit. But when I got my first job, bro, I used to work for Little Caesars,
Simon.
and one of my tasks was that I had to hold the sign in the corner of the street. So I feel the kid's pain, even though I was getting paid.
Yeah.
There was the reward for it, but it was fucking embarrassing, bro. Yeah, I wouldn't even move that shit. Fuck that. I would hold that shit in front of my face. Like this. I don't want nobody to see me. And then pasaba mi manager and make sure to move the sign. Fuck. No. But then your friends pass by from school. And this is during senior year, so a
Oh,
lot of
everybody
kids
saw
have
it.
cars.
They already knew.
Oh, what's up, Chris? I didn't know if it was like a what's up or like
Yeah,
you don't know it at the moment.
you don't.
So that's why I'm like, man, that's fucking embarrassing. And I think I did it for like a month, and I told the manager, you know what, bro, I ain't doing that shit no more. Fuck that. That's embarrassing as fuck. Get the other new guy to do it. You know.
Yeah.
So I don't know if I learned my lesson. I did it. I did. I fucking I stood up for myself. I don't know. The point is that I never did it again.
Yeah. So,
But it was just embarrassing for me at that time again because our mind is somewhere where we I don't know if care is the right word, but we acknowledge what other people's thoughts. We think that they're important or
well,
whatever.
that's the age that you start thinking about, your image,
Yeah.
you know? It's important. It's important because in high school, unfortunately, image is status.
It's important, but at the same time, you gotta look at the importance of it, but not let it take. Oh, don't let it take over you. You know.
Well, importance to the high school mind. It's really not important.
Well, no, no. Well, no, it is, bro, because that's when where you learn a lot of the hygiene part too,
Oh,
as a
yeah, yeah,
girl.
yeah, yeah.
As a girl, fucking, I remember high school. Yo me bañaba dos veces, güey, en la mañana y en la noche. Y fucking haircut every 2 days, and fucking siempre andaba bien pipiris nice, güey,
Yeah.
and
Oh, no, I didn't give a shit.
but it's to a point where you do it.
That was a
People
nasty
now do it
brony.
for the gram, but nothing is, you do it for the girls, Yeah, ¿cuál girl, güey? Nada más que for that one girl that says hi to you during, in
I
between
had a girlfriend,
periods,
bro. I don't know about you.
you know? And it's like just that girl that randomly saw you because she looked up, oh, hi, Chris. She's like,
Y le
she,
decías,
she
so,
said, she said hi to me,
but,
you know?
pero tú,
Yeah,
so,
so, and then for Christmas, you just ask for fucking cologne, some CK1.
sí, güey, I got cool water, dog.
Or Cool Waters, or that one from Anchor
Curve?
Blue and shit, the Curve, or the one from Anchor Blue anyway.
Sí, güey.
Or you got that body spray, the was
Polo?
it bod
The
bod
Apollo
bod
Black?
body spray? No,
Yeah.
I never
Oh,
had Polo.
Axe?
X. No, I don't think X was out yet.
It should
It was
have
that
been.
bod fucking body spray and shit.
Bod.
Yeah,
Cool. Well,
and
Chris, to, to end it, because I think we're going way off a tangent here, but
it's okay. You said we're gonna talk about in betweens.
yeah, we are. But this is the first one. I want to test some of these things here, but uh, you guys saw
I
the video. If not, we're gonna post it up on our page. That way, you
I
guys can
I,
see what the heck we were talking about.
I think the first of all thing that we have to do is thank everybody that did come up.
Yep.
And for those that didn't, you guys missed out. Sorry,
Yeah.
it's not gonna happen again until next month.
As of right now, we're gonna work on decide and figure out see if we can have it a little more often. Um, Maybe it'll be shorter if we do it more often. I don't know. I don't know. We haven't had that
Sure.
conversation yet, but I kept my word. I told y'all that we were gonna have our first podcast in January, and here we are. As soon as we have the podcast up in whatever platforms, I'll let you guys know. You guys can tune in, and then that way you guys can listen to it on your drive or at home while you're cooking, while you're cleaning, whatever. It's all good. But yes, we'll load up the video that we were talking about that started this conversation all day today. We'll put it up on our page, and then from there, feel free to hit us up, share, tag a friend, share it to a family member, whatever. But appreciate you guys jumping on. Chris, a pleasure always, senor. And I think I'm good to go if you're good to go.
I'm good. I'm good. Yeah, like I said, I thank everybody who showed up. Thank you that showed up on time actually this time.
Yeah, right.
Um, for all our normals like Julio and the other people that jump on and jump off, thank you.
Yeah.
Um, yeah, hopefully we get to have more of these. More than at least one more a month minimum.
Yeah.
We have more, then that's up to Mr. Froilan here. That's up to him. But yeah, there's a big things coming up, big changes. We have the podcast. Hopefully, we get a little better at it next time. But other than
Yeah.
that,
I think we
I'm
got it
good.
down now. We just got to figure out the audio a little bit, but that's it. And
If
then,
if anybody has any suggestions, again, I know we say it all the time. If you guys want to come up on this, we can invite you. Make it a little spicier in here. And if you have any other topics or anything that you guys want to talk about, even sports, we talk about sports if you want. We can talk about more controversial stuff if you guys want to. But the point
yep,
is to make a conversation between us and you make a lesson and maybe talk to our kids about it and learn something
for
so that
sure.
we can share with the future generations.
Yes, sir.
Cool, cool.
Cool.
If that's it, well, like I said, thank you everybody. Thanks for joining. And for those who didn't, hopefully you guys watch. If you guys do watch, give us a like, a thumbs up, whatever it is. Subscribe on
Subscribe.
YouTube, please. Facebook, Instagram, YouTube, and TikTok.
Oh yeah, you're gonna have to
Yeah.
share that there. I'm gonna have to update the link
Link,
tree
link,
on
the
our
link,
Instagram.
link tree, yeah. Update down. But yeah, we do have a TikTok. I'm usually on there quite a bit. So hit me up if you guys want to just chit chat. I'm on there. Froy has, I don't know if he's on there as well, but
Sometimes
we're good.
I don't know how to
Other than
use it.
that, it was a great talking to you, bro.
Likewise,
Um, hopefully, you say hi to the wife, the kids.
likewise,
Hopefully, oh, actually, we are going to see each other soon, so we'll see what's up.
for sure, for sure. All right, man. Cool.
Cool.
All right. Good night, bro.
All
Good
right,
night,
you guys have a
everybody.
good night. Bye
All
bye.
right.